people. No produced track for the Flashback 2 delay. Because having tons of delays on top of each other can be fun, but it doesn't really tell you too much in a track. So let's rather go into what's different, what's new, and what's new and different. The Flashback is one of the delays that just does a lot of stuff really well and can be found on a bajillion pedal boards, and rightfully so. It's not expensive, it's rather small. Has tons of functionality, and of course the absolute brilliant move by TC Electronic to have tone prints, which means go with your phone, go and have the sound from your favorite people, whether it's Steve Morse or all these other people and Gilbert and all these guys. It's pretty damn awesome. And there's a lot under the hood that you can access with an editor on a PC or Mac, with, I think, PC, with USB cable, USB something, and then of course Toneprint beam, awesome. So, well, let's go into it. What is different about the Flashback 2? Leslie, throw it on the thing, and block that really weird guitar. We don't want weird things on here. Hey, Ibanez RG550 in Desert Sun Yellow is pretty neato. So here we have that thing, and it says mash, and if you look at that little light there, which has nothing to do with the switch, by the way, when you mash that in, it dims and reacts to what you're doing, and that is actually like an expression pedal. Do you have the same control that you have with a real expression pedal? No, you don't. Is it still pretty damn cool? Yes, it is. And we're gonna get to it, as I actually made a tone print for this somewhere in the software I'm in. But let's go. We have delay, which is time. I don't know if it's tappable. Should have probably read the manual, but didn't. It's also stereo, which we're also not testing, so you can go bing, 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 bing. Not set up for that right now. I really wanted to get this video out. Okay, fine, I'm lazy. We're not doing stereo. But it can do it, and it's awesome, let me tell you. So, delay, we have feedback, level, and delay mode. This time, in addition to the mash, 3 tone print options, which means you can get your favorite sounds right there. And there's a subdivision, quarter, eighth, and quarter plus dotted eighth, which is kind of a weird thing, but why not? The great thing is that with the editor, you can actually hide 3 parameters under the delay, the feedback, and I think the level knob. So while one parameter goes up, which might be high frequency damping, while your delay time goes down, while the coffee maker gets, more espresso going, I don't know. You can put a lot of parameters under these knobs. So this is I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get shit for it, studio grade type of multi-delay DSP thing in pedal form. There's a lot that you can do, and more algorithms than are on the front panel. What we are going into here today with this beautiful red Friedman awesome guitar. It's a Friedman Classic S, I think? Vintage S? Classic S? I don't know, it's red. And look at how beat up it is. It's a fun guitar. HSS, beautiful thing. I can actually put my thing back in there. I did a chorus demo where I can't wiggle around on my thing. So, that's going into a JHS double barrel, if I want to, into this thing, the Friedman small box 50. It's going into the Friedman small box 50. Right now, of course, set to clean, and the Flashback V2. What's it called? Doesn't even. I don't know. That Flashback 2 is going into the effects loop of the thing. That whole thing is going into the aux with a 412 with greenbacks and 2 mics in front of it, which sounds like so. So, let's go into it. 2290, super mega hyper famous rack delay from TC. I had that in the studio for a while, and everyone in the 80s used it because awesome. Your U2-iness, that's a word. U2-idity, that's what it is. I can't play a single U2 thing, I don't even know anything. Beautiful, of course, there's level. I'm pretty sure you can go only wet with this, but that's probably something you have to set up in the editor for the level knob. It's not a traditional setting. How much delay time can we get? I do not know. Had I looked it up, I could tell you. A lot! That's long. So let's go, this is quarter note. Relative eighth. And quarter and dotted. Pretty damn awesome, and that could be ping-pongy if you wanted to somehow in stereo. We're not gonna go there. So analog. Be aware that if you're here, there's a tiny bit of a, it has to load the algorithm, okay? So what do we use analog for? Of course, beautiful pads, so we're gonna do that. If you play major and then minor, that sucks. That's the sharp 9. We don't want that. Hey, it's still there. fun can be had with the pedal. So, does it work when it comes to analog for smoothing out lead sounds? Let's try it. Works for me. Moving on! Tape! Instead of rolling off the high end, which is analog, now we're gradually losing the low end. Not so gradual. Why am I always mixing major and minor? What is wrong with me? Dynamic, which is the TC staple, also in the 2122 something, which is you play and it ducks and the delay is not so loud, and you stop playing, it's you know. Works for me. Mod, which is modulating the delay to have a slight chorus. Now that pretty. Of course, you can do that with more and with some. wasn't quite what I wanted. But hey, now we're on Chrysalis, CRYS, Crysis. It's a shimmer delay. No, it's not. Now it is. Just testing if it does something. Nice. We're on reverse. Guess what that does? Loop. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's got a built-in looper, kind of ditto-ish. Same old deal, so... Double tap, you're done, you play it. Double tap, you're done, while it's playing, you push it and then it records. I'm not a manual, you get the point. Playing, you still have to do yourself. Sadly, you saw that didn't work with me. Now, Toneprint. I don't know what is in Toneprint Spot 1, but we'll find out. Ramps up the feedback. Rather nice if you ask me. That might actually be... Is that mine? No, because my Toneprint is digital. That's an analog. So, Toneprint number 2, don't know what that is. It's a pitchy thing, how cool is that? It's got a filter on it and a pitchy thing. That's some seriously cool stuff. Now on this one, there's nothing. Lame-o! Wait. Mash button to the awesome rescue. Good. Let's look what the editor can do. Obviously it can beam things, but if you use the supplied USB cable and plug it into your computer thingy, it's pretty self-explanatory how fast that works. So you have that software right there. Right there. And it says blah 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 something something. You plug that in. Here we go. It says it'll prompt you to go to a Toneprint, 1, 2, or 3. So in the library, you can go to blah blah Flashback 2, Flashback 2 delay, and there's Glenn Fricker's super crazy sound. You send that to the pedal, which you could also do with your phone. And that is clearly going to the delay time, maybe the feedback. Glenn, that's a damn cool sound. So you and Toro totally nailed it. Martin Miller's got a pretty cool sound, which I just shoot over there. Why am I doing this? So yeah, then this guy, look at that stupid picture, has a sound which is technically meant for... Oh, I have to hit send, did I? Dotted eighth note trick, and with the mash button you can actually ramp up feedback and something about mix. So if I had that actually at the bottom of my feet, what I could do is play dotted eighth, but it's really tricky. Playing the dotted eighth and then slowly building up a chord and then letting it go down again. Why am I looking there? Camera's on over there. So yeah, that's that. But I can go to editor, and here it goes crazy. So let's see what... Is that what's loaded up? I don't know. Mash is default. Why is Mash default? Shouldn't be. Anyway, at the algorithms, these are the ones that come with it. Look at what else is here. There's a Benson delay. Benson. And I'm mixing major with minor again. I don't know why. Dark Crystal is nice. So what else do we have? Disruptor, that was crazy. So many options. What's a Falcon delay? I'm playing total shit. Again, my minor. What's with today's minor major day? Minor major again. So hey, look at all these things. What's an organ mash? What's an organ mash? Awesome! That is so cool. So let me quickly explain to you how the parameters work, or the assignment of parameters. So when you go to the delay knob, right now, that's delay drive, no more. You could, of course, go back to delay 1 and add that, which means now it's doing the delay time and at the same time the drive. You can add a third parameter out of 14 billion. You know, subdivision up, whatever. Level. Same thing, 3 different parameters you can assign. Feedback right now has 2 different parameters. So while feedback 1 goes up, feedback 2 goes up a little bit. But I could actually go and say it goes up and up and up and up and up, and then it goes down. So while I twist the knob, feedback 1 goes up and up and up and up and up and up, but at the very end, 2 goes down, for reasons that I don't know, but you can do it. And you can assign 3 different parameters to the mash foot switch, which in this case is in level unbypass, delay 1 time, and wet level up. This is completely, of course, crazy. And as you do it, you see the knobs moving, as you can clearly see on the display there. So there is a billion things you can do with this thing. Way more than the actual pedal shows you on the front. Flashback 2, what do I think? Well, let's return to the Flashback 1. Flashback 1 was a huge hit, inexpensive, under $200, euro, whatever, and could do a ton of things, and just an overall Swiss Army knife. I know we say that, jack of all trades kind of a pedal. Is it as good of an analog delay as like the Chase Bliss Tonal Recall? Probably not. Is it as good as a tape delay as, let's say, the Strymon El Capistan? Arguable. I don't know, maybe. Or the Wampler, what is it called? Tape Echo 2. That should be tested, not by me, but by someone. Loads of shootouts that you can do with this thing. Now, Toneprint makes this thing insane. Beep, 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 and bam, you have your favorite sound from your favorite artists. That's awesome. The Looper is an amazing addition in that price range with everything else you're getting. Now talk about the mash button. That gives you the option, of course, to subtly change the level, subtly mix in the feedback, but also, like Glenn's sound, go completely ridiculously crazy and do pitchy stuff by turning the delay knob with your foot and pseudo expression pedal. Even if you don't use that, even if you don't use Toneprint, it's a good box. Just as a looper, well, not quite bad. There's a lot to be discovered. Once you hook it up to a computer and look at those algorithms that are under the hood, you can make this completely your own. So yeah, many people might have a Flashback on their pedal board, but within an hour, you put 3 tone prints on there that are absolutely uniquely yours. And that's, I think, where this thing punktet, as we say in German. That's where it scores major points. It's not beyond ridiculously expensive. It's small. It's fully stereo, which I know we didn't show, and I apologize for that, but I'm lazy. And I literally cannot find anything wrong with this. It's just a great pedal. So way to go, TC. You pretty much nailed it on many fronts. I want to thank you, my patrons. You guys rock and rule. Absolutely. I can't thank you enough for, making many things happen for me that otherwise would be difficult. T-shirts below, and also this really cute mug. Come on, this below. Teespring. You can buy this at mrgoogle.com. Check it out. They have funny stuff. I don't get paid for this. I want more shirts from them, so that's what I want. And animals, as always, at the end. Yeah.
In the silence of the night, darker shadows cause you fright, and the raven joins in flight. We feel the pain, a sacred candle burning strong, and I don't know where I belong, as the fight is moving on our way to Babylon. On our way